Hey, little quick announcement before the video begins. I have stories streaming on Twitch. Yeah, it's pretty cool there, and if you could please go follow me there. The streams are very fun and we do loads of different things. The link is down below and please consider following. Anyways, on with the video. Geometry Dash is for sure a hard game. It may take months or years to even beat your first hard demon, and you may never go up for the challenge of beating an extreme demon. However, it is no secret that some people are really good at the game. Take nSwish, Technical and nPesta for example, all really skilled players, and some amazing creators such as Serponge, Nuts and Funnygame, who all make some amazing revolutionary levels. However, none of them are perfect. Well, being perfect is something that is pretty much impossible, as there will always be something better and harder for us to be challenged with. Although there's no one perfect, we can imagine what the perfect GD player would be. It is actually a pretty interesting idea, and it isn't as obvious as you would think, so let's get on to it. First of all, let's define what would have to make a perfect GD player. First of all, I gathered some basic skill sets a player must have or a GD player must have, as being perfect means you have to dominate in all of them. First of all, I took the obvious one, playing the game. Being good at the game means being able to beat hard levels. It is no secret if you struggle on beating an easy demons, you're by no means perfect. But what is the perfect GD player? You could easily say, oh, the person that can beat every extreme demon with little to no difficulty in a short amount of time with little attempts. Right? Well, not exactly. Playing demons and other levels have so many different skill sets. What about grinding stars? For example, nSwish, one of the best players out in the game right now, has a total of only about 10,000 stars. Don't get me wrong, that's a lot, but it's nowhere near the most amount of stars ever gotten, and that goes to Cool Dash, with a whopping 134,000 stars. Over 10 times nSwish's stars. However, grinding stars isn't a sort of skill or category we can put it in, as any decent player can do that. So that can be made into a category called dedication. Dedication, in my opinion, is the most important aspect to Geometry Dash. It could be even the most important aspect in any game or even real life. If you aren't dedicated, you can't do much. So far, we have seen that the perfect GD player must be extremely good at the game, meaning that he can beat levels with little time and little difficulty, as well as being super dedicated, playing amongst of other levels and spending a lot of his free time on Geometry Dash, just playing levels and to grind stars, and to keep improving skill. Those are two categories of being a player, being skilled and being dedicated, but there are quite a few more to it. For example, being able to beat and be comfortable with any level. Like, a player might be amazing at the wave, being able to beat any wave-based gameplay level with basically no struggle, but when it comes to memory, they can't do anything. This means that they can easily get used to the level, spending barely any time learning the level or getting consistent. Another skill a good player must have is being able to sit through long sessions of playing the game without raging and just staying calm. This is good to have, as if you rage and start getting annoyed, you're more likely to drop a level because of frustration, and we don't want that. Like, for example, if you fail at 90% over 7 times, there's a high chance you're demotivated and you have a chance to just give up. That is pretty much the skills a perfect player must have in the playing category. All of those must be mastered and he must dominate in every single one of them. However, a perfect Geometry Dash player isn't only good at playing the game and grinding stars. Sure, it is one of the main parts of the game and is what most people do, but what about creating? Creating is a big aspect of the game, and mastering it sure is hard. It takes time and effort to get to the point to be able to make feature-worthy levels. So what is the perfect creator? What skills must they have and how good do they have to be? Well, let's define what a good creator is. A good creator in my eyes is one that can build in one style very well and also above average knowledge in it. Of course, that is only one style. There is so many different ones. So let's say the perfect creator must be able to build in every style and master every style. Okay, so we have the perfect creator end of that, right? Well, no. Of course, a skilled creator must be able to build in every style. But there are so many different things that aren't styles in creating. For example, the creator has to be creative. Any creator can build in any style done before, but not many can build on their own. This means that they can add their own twist to any style, making it marginally different, and you can easily recognize the creator without being reminded with another creator being able to build in the same style. However, this also means they can build in a completely new style. Obviously, they can use effects and glow and anything, to be honest, but it has to be used in a way that you can call it a whole different style. However, there are many different skills a creator can have. Another one of them is being able to adapt in any creator style. Being able to adapt in any creating style is hard enough, but being able to adapt in anyone's styles is even harder. This is needed so you can understand everything about people's styles and you understand how each one works. This is good for understanding the editor and how blocks and triggers work better. Basically, another skill is understanding the editor perfectly, knowing where everything is and all the little secrets, and knowing all the triggers. Yes, even the spawn trigger. This is essential for another skill. Yes, another, which is speed. Understanding the editor well also means that you know what to do really well, and being creative means you have many ideas in mind, so you can never really get stuck when building, which means you can build high quality levels at a very high speed, let's say once a month. However, there are still other skills in creating. For example, building in a collab with your friend, you must fit and adapt to his style, while still making it seem different but fitting. However, it also means you can build in even bigger collabs, basically mega collabs. This means you can make a high quality part that fits perfectly with the rest, even if the parts don't fit really well. This also means you can organize a mega collab. I know this isn't only a creator skill, but this is mostly as they know the styles better, giving feedback and others. So this means you can arrange a mega collab and make sure everyone is building at a specific theme you set, and everything fits with one another. The collab is unique, as well as getting it done fairly quickly. And the last skill a perfect creator must have is being able to give good feedback. They must be able to criticize well and give extremely well and detailed feedback that the person is receiving and they can improve drastically. However, this also means that the feedback isn't pointed out in a bad way, meaning the player won't get demotivated with the feedback, because it may turn out harsh. Now this is basically what defines a perfect creator. Basically, a lot of things need to be taken into account. Now there are some minor things that make a small difference to a creator, but they aren't that important. I also wanted to clarify that gameplay comes with the styles things, as there are gameplay styles, and if that wasn't enough, the creator must be able to make perfect and extremely fun and well balanced gameplay. So that is basically what the perfect GD player would be like. Basically, they would have to be the perfect player and creator, with all those things in them. I thought this video would be really interesting, as I like theories like this, and it is really interesting to see all the different types of skill sets that GD has. It isn't really right to say that the perfect player would have to be a perfect creator and a player, as what is the perfect player and what is the perfect creator? Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video and this topic and found it somewhat interesting. If you have anything else to add on or disagree, leave it in the comments. Make sure to like and subscribe if you'd like to see more content like this. And I'll see you next time. Goodbye!